Mom, you need to stop. Those words changed my life. I'm 70 years old. My name is Margaret Thompson. My husband passed away when I was 45, and I raised our son alone. Those were the hardest years of my life. I worked multiple jobs, cleaning offices, waiting tables, whatever it took. My hands grew rough, my back ached, but I didn't care. All that mattered was giving my son a good life. When he graduated college and got his first job, I felt such relief. He's going to be okay now. Then he got married. When he brought Sarah home, I was nervous at first. But the moment I saw how she looked at him, I knew. She really loved him. On their wedding day, I felt such happiness. I finally have a daughter. After years of just the two of us, our family was growing again. I wanted so badly to make Sarah feel welcome. I'm not going to be a nightmare mother-in-law, I told myself. Sarah was sweet and kind. But I noticed she always seemed careful around me, watching for my approval. I need to show her I love her, I thought. So I tried harder. Whenever I cooked, I'd pack up meals and fill their fridge. Mom, you really don't have to do this. Oh, nonsense. Nothing beats a home-cooked meal. If you don't eat it, throw it away. Now I see how controlling that sounds. I called 3 or 4 times a week. Sarah, honey, did you eat lunch? How's work? If my son isn't helping around the house, you tell me. I didn't have money to give them. All I had to offer was food and attention. Holidays were even worse. Sarah, you should visit your parents too. I'll handle everything here. Mom, I can help. No, you're a guest. Just sit and relax. There it was, guest. I said we were family, but I never actually treated her like family. I bragged about her to my friends constantly. My daughter-in-law is so sweet and thoughtful. At our community center meetings, other women would complain about their daughters-in-law. I wanted so badly to say, well, mine isn't like that. Sarah was my badge of honor. But then, things started to change. She stopped answering my calls. Hi Mom, I'm at work. I'll call you back. But she never did. When I'd bring food over, she didn't seem happy. Mom, we have a lot of food already. Maybe call first next time? She barely opened the door. One time, I showed up unannounced with some fruit. When she answered, she looked startled. Mom, why didn't you call first? It was awkward. Driving home, I felt awful. What did I do wrong? I lay awake at night, replaying every conversation. Finally, I called my son. Sarah's been acting distant. Did I upset her? There was a long pause. Mom, you need to stop. Stop what? You call too much. You come over too much. Sarah feels like she can't breathe. Can you give her some space? My heart dropped. I couldn't speak. Okay, I whispered. That night, I didn't sleep at all. What did I do that was so wrong? I cried for days. Then, one night, a memory surfaced. My own mother-in-law. She had been terrifying, controlling everything, telling me how to live. I remember feeling suffocated. All I wanted back then was for her to leave me alone. To let me live my own life. And now, I was doing the exact same thing to Sarah. My phone calls weren't thoughtful, they were intrusive. My food wasn't generous, it was controlling. My surprise visits weren't loving, they were invasive. That's when it hit me. A mother-in-law and a daughter-in-law are not mother and daughter. No matter how much love I poured into Sarah, we would never be blood. She could never be my daughter. And I could never be her mother. I had to accept that. I thought about why I'd been so clingy. The truth was, I was lonely. I thought Sarah could fill that void. But that wasn't fair to her. My loneliness was my problem, not hers. After that, I changed. I stopped calling so often. Once a month. Holidays only. I stopped bringing food over. I stopped dropping by unannounced. At first, it was hard. But I told myself, I'm not doing this because I don't care. I'm doing this because I do. Holidays changed too. When Sarah came over, I let her help. Sarah, can you do the dishes? Sure, Mom. We worked together like a real family. She seemed more relaxed. Once I backed off, something surprising happened. Sarah started reaching out. Hey Mom, how are you? Good, sweetie. How about you? We'll come visit this weekend if that's okay. We didn't see each other as often, but when we did, it was genuine. Sarah even started cooking for me sometimes. Mom, I made extra lasagna. That's so sweet. Thank you. I just accepted it gratefully. Not calling every day doesn't mean I don't love her. Relationships aren't built on effort, they're built on respect. Too close, and you collide. Too far, and you drift apart. The right distance, that's what matters. Now, I've redirected my energy to myself. I meet friends for coffee. I take yoga at the senior center. I went on a trip last summer. I'm living my own life. I'm not trying to earn anyone's approval. When my son calls and says, "Love you, Mom," that's enough. When Sarah visits and says, "Thanks, Mom," that's enough. Sometimes late at night, I still feel lonely. But I don't dwell on it. Instead, I focus on what I do have. I'm 70 and healthy. My son married a good woman. I have a roof over my head. That's more than enough. These days, I keep a journal. Every night I write about my day. Today I had coffee with Linda. Today I went for a long walk. Small, simple things, but they're my life. For 70 years, I lived for other people. It's late, but I'm finally living for myself. A while back, I told Sarah, "Sarah, I'm sorry for smothering you. Mom, I was a daughter-in-law once too. I know how hard it is." Her eyes got misty. "Let's just keep things easy between us. No pressure." "Okay, Mom." Since then, we've been so much better. My goal is no longer to have a perfect relationship with my daughter-in-law. My goal is just to not hurt each other. And that's enough. You don't have to force love. You just have to show respect and keep a healthy distance. Sarah isn't my daughter, but she's not a stranger either. She's my daughter-in-law. The woman my son loves. Someone I respect. And that's enough. It took me 70 years to learn this. Relationships aren't held together by effort, they're held together by space. Love doesn't grow from closeness, it grows from freedom. I was wrong to try to love my daughter-in-law like a daughter. I should have just loved her as a daughter-in-law. And that would have been better for all of us.